The small and fluffy Pomeranian has a distinct appearance. Even with their signature look, a Pomeranian can look very different compared to others. Are there different types of Pomeranians? In this video, I discuss all the different types of Pomeranians and the variables that can change a Pomeranian's appearance. How many different types of Pomeranians are there? There is only one breed of Pomeranian. It can be confusing with so many different terms being thrown around and the differences in appearance from one Pomeranian to another. Although there is only one type of Pomeranian, there are many variables that can contribute to the differences in Pomeranians' appearances. So what types of Pomeranians are there? While there are not different types of Pomeranians, there are different features and genetics. There are many reasons why one Pomeranian can look drastically different from another. Some of the different features that can make a Pomeranian look so different are size, different head and muzzle shapes and sizes, many fur color variations, puppy growth stages, and mixed breed Pomeranians. Pomeranians often look very different from one another due to a size difference. A Pomeranian can be as small as 3 pounds and as large as over 14 pounds. When a Pomeranian is on the smaller size of the scale, it's often referred to as a teacup Pomeranian or miniature Pomeranian. Teacup Pomeranians are not a specific breed. It's a specific term that is used to describe small Pomeranians. If you're interested in learning more about teacup Pomeranians, you can watch my video, What Are Teacup Pomeranians? I will link it down below. On the opposite end, many Pomeranians will be larger than the breed standard. Pomeranians that weigh between 7 and 10 pounds are just larger, sturdy-boned Pomeranians. Sturdy-boned is not a classification of Pomeranian. It's just a label that can be used to describe this group of dogs. Partial throwback Pomeranians is a name given to dogs that generally weigh between 10 and 14 pounds. A partial throwback Pomeranian may have some genetics that dates back to its ancestors. Some may be surprised to discover that Pomeranians were not always the small lap dogs that they are today. Long ago, Pomeranians were hardworking dogs that typically weighed around 30 pounds, with some dogs today still carrying the genetics for that larger sized dog. These dogs are often referred to as throwback Pomeranians. Throwback Pomeranians are the largest of them all. A throwback will generally weigh over 14 pounds. Now that we've discussed the variations in a Pomeranian size, next up is one of the most obvious and confusing variations. Pomeranians can have different face shapes. Pomeranians have different head and face shapes that can make them look very different, like the fox face, teddy bear, and baby doll. Although there are 3 different facial appearances that a Pomeranian could have, the only one that could qualify as a show dog would be the fox face that falls within the AKC breed standard. So fox-faced Pomeranians. The AKC breed standard for Pomeranians refers to the faces of having a fox-like expression, not necessarily meaning the dog looks like a fox. The standard has very specific guidelines as to what a Pomeranian's face should look like. A short, straight muzzle with a ratio of 1/3 to 2/3 the length of its skull. Small ears positioned high on its head, closed dome skull, and the head is in balance with the rest of the body, tapering towards the nose in a wedge shape. So why do some Pomeranians have longer muzzles? There are some Pomeranians that have longer muzzles than the breed standard. If a Pomeranian's muzzle is longer than its standard, it's due to the specific genetics of the dog. The genetics within the dog's line may have Pomeranians that are outside the breed standard or are possibly not 100% Pomeranians. Teddy bear Pomeranians. Teddy bear Pomeranians have a shorter muzzle when compared to the breed standard. A teddy bear's muzzle will be 1/4 the length of its head compared to the 1/3 to 2/3. Teddy bear Pomeranians will usually be shorter in stature. Their eyes will be closer to their noses and their cheeks will appear more fluffy. Teddy bear faces almost have that smushed in face appearance. Baby doll Pomeranians. Baby doll Pomeranians fall in between the standard of a fox face and the teddy bear face. The overall appearance of a baby doll Pomeranian is less condensed and smushed when compared to the teddy bear Pomeranian. A baby doll Pomeranian's muzzle will be 1/4 and 1/3 the length of its Pomeranian's head. So Pomeranians have many coat colors. Pomeranians are a breed of many colors, over 25 to be exact, with 13 being accepted by the AKC. Pomeranians can be the brightest of white to a lavender shade with everything in between. And a Pomeranian's fur can vary from dog to dog, the coat textures and patterns as well. I will also link an article down below of why some Pomeranians are fluffier than others. Pomeranians have many different coat patterns, and it's full of endless options. Pomeranians can be solid, tipped, pointed, party, sable, and merle. And a Pomeranian's coat can come in many textures. Every Pomeranian will have a different coat depending on its genetics. Some Pomeranians can have very dense undercoats that make their outer fur stick out more and give the appearance of a much fluffier dog. Sometimes you may even come across a young Pomeranian that doesn't look like a Pomeranian at all. In this case, you may have a Pomeranian going through the puppy uglies. Pomeranians go through some teenage ups and downs just like the rest of us. A Pomeranian will transition from their puppy coat into their adult coats by the time they are 15 months of age. Due to the inconsistency of the fur growth and loss during this time, a Pomeranian might not look like a Pomeranian. There are also many mixed breed Pomeranians. They have become very popular in recent years. There are now over 30 different mixed breed Pomeranians or designer dogs. Some of the most popular are Pomsky, which is a Pomeranian and Husky, Pomchi, which is a Pomeranian and Chihuahua, Cavapom, which is a Pomeranian and a Cavalier King Spaniel, and a Maltipom, the Pomeranian and Maltese. Ultimately, there's only one type of Pomeranian, although we have created different labels to describe their unique physical features. With so many different genetics involved, it's easy to see why Pomeranians can look so different. Beautiful Pomeranians are just as unique as you and I. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy watching 13 weird things that Pomeranians love. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hug your Pom today.